Music has been used to communicate human emotion for thousands of years. Joy, sorrow, anger, and fear. In this video, I'll show you the dark potential of sound by exploring three key mechanisms of musical dissonance: chromatic medians, 12 tone rows, and sex cells. X cells. Score the full tabs, Guitar Pro, and MP3 files for this lesson at my Patreon page below. Right now, you can join for free and get access to all my courses and tabs. Now get ready to sell your soul to the dark side. We're going to use music theory to sound evil. Chromatic medians are often used in film music to create a scary or spooky effect. The idea is to play a series of chords separated by third intervals. For this example, I'm going to use the root notes D, F, and A flat to program a progression cursed by the devil. Sounding all three of these notes together produces the diabolical diminished chord. Now let's get an idea of what these three chords, D minor, F minor, and G sharp minor, sound like using piano voicings. Having no tonal center leaves us with a wonderful feeling of unease. Here's a guitar-friendly way to play these devilish triads using the A form of the Cage system. Now this is all fun and games, but how do you actually make music with chromatic medians? I always experiment with the greatest melody in the world, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, to test out a new musical idea. By harmonizing each melody note with a minor chord, we can turn this innocent nursery rhyme into a nightmare of wonders. There's two rules for this exercise. Number one, each minor chord must be separated by either a major or minor third interval. Secondly, make sure the melody note is contained within the chord you're playing. For example, if the first melody note is C, you could use a C minor chord to harmonize it. This works because the note C is contained within a C minor chord. I'm smarter than I look. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this technique is perfect for ruining birthday parties or even funerals. Chromatic medians can also be used in your lead guitar playing. Here's a two-step process you can use to rip a wicked solo. Step one is to choose a technique like sweep picking. Next, outline the chord tones in our D minor, F minor, G sharp minor progression, and you'll be shredding a sweet satanic symphony. One of the coolest techniques I learned in music school is 12 tone rows or serialism. I remember the day my composition professor introduced us to the infamous Arnold Schoenberg, inventor of serialism. Now, I'm not talking about serial killers or even cold cereal. 12-tone serialism is when you use all 12 notes of the chromatic scale. Get ready, because it's time to open a portal to hell and make a short composition using serialism. Here's how it works. First, randomly order all 12 pitches in what's called a row. can try to find a line you like or just let Beelzebub guide your hand. Once I have the row, I'll add some rhythm to make things more interesting. Finally, inject your row with evil by adding some power chords. 12-tone serialism was used by 20th century composers in the Second Viennese School. This school included Arnold Schoenberg, as I mentioned before, also Alban Berg and Anton Webern. In my opinion, this technique works great for metal music. In fact, I've heard modern composers like Ron Jarzombek use this technique to great effect. File this technique away in your composing toolkit to scare children and make old people shit their pants. Sex sells, X cells, the level 666 technique used by composers to summon the power of evil. The idea is to take a group of 4 adjacent chromatic notes and play them together as a cell. Here's a cell using the notes D, D sharp, E, and F. Of course, F stands for The effect this technique creates is like an ice pick to the ears. Here's another cell using the notes C sharp, D, D sharp, and E. Sounds like a ghost from the underworld whispering secrets in my ear. Question is, are X cells just a cool trick to impress the babes at a party? Or can you actually make music with this idea? Step 1 is to lay down some backing tracks. Next, let's add our X cells with an arpeggio figure. Make your composition complete by adding a melody that draws from the notes in each cell. Here's my challenge to you. Use one or all of these techniques to write some of your own music. Could be a riff, a lick, or maybe a chord progression. The truth is, musical dissonance plays a key role in reflecting the full range of human experience. Let's be honest, life is full of tension, uncertainty, pain, and loss. Use these tools to communicate your inner state and make sense of suffering. Full tabs, Guitar Pro, and MP3 files are below on Patreon. Now, my friends, it is time to go party with Satan.